Good morning, everybody. All right, so I'm a hot, sweaty mess because I just finished my workout, but I was determined to make this video for you guys because it's on my heart. And I was reading in our book yesterday from Living Well, Spending Less, and I'm on secret number 5 still, the one we all get the same 24 hours in a day. And so she is talking at this point. I'm on like page 96 to 102. That's where I'm at. If you want to like read along or go read it after you watch this video. But she's talking about creating habits. Okay. And so it had me asking my own self, what are the things that I struggled with the most when I first started this, and what are the things that I still struggle with? Like, I still struggle with time management and making sure I spend enough time with God to fuel me, to get me going, to really get my mindset going. Because as much as I talk about how important workouts are for me in the first thing in the morning, it's really that time with God that has to come first. And like lately, I have found myself rushing through it, trying to respond to messages or whatever, and I've been majorly distracted. So that's something that I am struggling with now. But, I want to ask you to evaluate, what are you struggling with the most right now? What are you struggling with the most as far as making habits? Is it getting your workouts done, and whether it's in the morning or afternoon? I don't care when you do it, but are you struggling to make that happen? Are you struggling with meal planning, meal prep? Are you just skipping that because you're saying, I don't have time? Are you struggling to make time for your family? Are you struggling with devotions like I said I am? What do you need to make a habit? Because honestly, guys, I hear it all the time. I don't have time. I can't make that work. But we can make anything work so long as we make it a priority and we make it a habit, okay? And so I'm here to encourage you today to evaluate what is something that you know you can get better at making time for, at making it a priority, and then making it a habit, putting that into action. If you're not sure, maybe ask yourself, what can I do? What can I do more regularly to refresh me, to refresh my soul, to make me feel stronger, to make me feel more capable in my role as a mom, a dad, an employee, a wife? What am I not doing that I know that I can do that will make me more competent, more capable, and stronger, okay? And so, she talks about scheduling out your day. She said that she was so overwhelmed by life that she finally just sat down one day and wrote out her entire day. She wrote out a list of everything that she wanted to include. She wrote down what time she got up, what time she ate breakfast, what time she got her kids out the door or left for work or whatever, what time she ate lunch. And she sat down and she made a schedule of literally every hour, and she plugged in those things that she wanted to do. So for me, it would be wake up. I wake up at like 4:20. I get up. I get my Energize from the kitchen because I leave it in the kitchen because I know if I have to get up to go get it, it'll wake me up more. And so I get up out of bed. I go get my Energize. I get back in bed. I read my devotions. Today, one of my goals was to get in God's Word more, His Word, not just a devotion app, but open the Bible. And so I read from Esther today. Then I spent way too much time scrolling through Facebook. I'll be honest, that's something I've got to cut out. And then I got up. I brushed my teeth, whatever, and then I pushed play on my workout, okay? And so, then I'll have breakfast. Then I'll get ready. Actually, I have my breakfast. Shakeology. And then I'll get ready for work. I'll leave. I'll go to work. I'll do that on the lunch break. So I'm scheduling out my day. I'm making a list of all the things that I want to get done, that I want to make a priority. And I'm literally going to schedule them in my calendar. Okay. And I encourage you guys to do this. And when you do that, this is the hard part. You have to figure out, where are you wasting your time? Are you doing something, spending more time, watching TV? Or just sitting flipping through magazines, or like I said, scrolling through Facebook, or whatever it is that you don't really have to be doing, that brings no blessing, no productivity to your life. What are some things that you can cut out to make these things a habit, okay? And so This is going to be hard at first. When you sit down to do this, like, it's going to be hard. But one of our goals in this group was not just to work out and drink Shakeology, right? It's to improve our life, like all the way around, you know, our family, our time with God, our closeness, our connection with God. To improve our health 100%, the time that we spend with our family, our finances. And so it takes doing these types of things to live well, And guys, the thing that nobody tells you is this is hard. This is hard. Creating new habits is hard, but we got God on our side, okay? And we know He is for us. And if what we are seeking, if what we are aiming to do, the habits that we are trying to make, if they're healthy, if they're good for us, and we call on Him and we approach His throne with confidence, like Hebrews 4:16 says, He is faithful and He is just, and He promises to help us, okay? So pray as you sit down and you plan and you make out your new habits list. And like I said, it's time to get rid of the unessentials. She talks about that in this book. Get rid of the unessentials. TV time, time just spent on your phone. Do you play games on your phone? Oh my gosh, you could easily cut that out. You know, maybe it's you need to cut out lunches with friends that you know get you off track. I'm not saying you can't hang out with your friends, but like if they're going to the Mexican restaurant and you're a queso girl, like maybe you need to skip that lunch that day. Things that you say yes to because you feel like you have to. This stuck out to me really, really like, I say that, I do that a lot. I say I've gotten better at it, like saying no to things that I know don't fit into my life. Whether it's, you know, leading something at church. I think we should all serve at church, but I think that we all say yes too quickly as well. But, you know, right now I'm in a season where I don't teach at church. And it was really hard for me to give up. I love teaching Sunday school. I love my Wednesday night time with girls. But you know, my family needs me more. And I feel like God has called me to this ministry of coaching, and Matt is in a new job where he needs support and he's gone odd hours. And so like, I just had to give some of that up, and it was hard, but I know God told me to do it. I prayed a lot. So I'm not saying that serving at church is unessential, but you guys get what I'm saying. So this is my challenge for you today. I was a little wordy. I was probably a little rambly, but I hope you got the gist. And then at the end of that piece on page 106, oh, this got to me. She says, the question is, do our choices match our calling, our vision, goals, passion, and dream? So it just has me really, my brain working. Are the choices that I'm making, the things I'm spending my time on, do they match the purpose and the vision and the calling that God has for my life? And I challenge you guys to ask yourselves the same thing. So pages 96 through 102, that's where I was at today. And I hope you guys benefit from this. Share below what stood out to you and what things you can make into a new habit. And if you make out your list, share a picture of it. I'll share a picture of mine, okay, of my new habits list. All right, bye guys.